Hey everybody, we got something new from Ozark Trails. Let's see what's in here. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Alright, I saw this and it intrigued me. This is something that I've got something like this before, but I like the way that this is set up. And this does have a couple things that mine didn't. So this is the Ozark Trails 30-in-1 shovel hatchet combo set. And it was $40. But I think that if it's worth anything, I think this is something good. You can put it in your truck, your car, whatever. All right, well, let's see what it looks like. And yes, as you can see, I'm still using this Timberwolf. I really like this one. Don't get me wrong, I love the knives I just got, but this one here is just a workhorse. As I can't get into this. All right. Okay, so first off, it does come in this hard case, so that's good because the way you can store it, you put it behind your car, behind the seat of your car, behind, in your trunk, you put it up to the side. It does have two of your clasps on here, and the only thing I don't really like is it has this clear plastic inset that actually can pop out, so it's something that it's kind of like, as you can see, you got like clasps here, and it fits behind it. So all right, so let's see here, and I got the list here, so let's see what we got. All right, first up we do have a shovel. All right, oh, here's an instruction booklet. So all right, so all right, so there you go. We got the shovel. This is pretty par for the course. It does feel a little bit heavier duty though than ones I've gotten in the past. So you got your pick, and then okay. So first we got the shovel, right? That's the first tool. Is the shovel. All right. Now then. So, but however, on the shovel itself, right, you have the shovel. Then here you have what they call a chopper. So 2 is a chopper. Then you have four, 1, 2, you have 4 hex bits, and those will be good, like if you're like in a car or something and you need to break an out. These are too small for like lugs, but those will be useful. You got M5, M8, M6. 5, 6, 8, and 10 hexes. And then of course you have a large saw right here. You have a large saw right here. And then up here you do have your bottle opener. Alright, and then right there, that's a nail right here. You got a nail puller. So you put the nail in here, you pull it down, you can pry your nails out. And then you have a digger, a pick. So there's that. That's the basics. Ooh. Rubber handle kind of slides off, but all right. Which I'm not really too fond of that, but can't really get a grip. There we go. That's all right. I'll put it back on. All right, that plastic handle is nice. All right. Now then, and of course you can fold it down just like that. You don't have to keep it in here like it is, but so there's the shovel. So that's what we've got so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 10 tools right there. So 20 more to go. All right. So next up we have hollow tubes. They do screw off. So. And this is a lot like the one that we got in our very first mystery SHTF box. And it does look like It does have a gasket, so it might be watertight in there, but there's nothing in there. All right. So, all right. So we'll get onto this. Okay. So we have here. We have a hatchet, which surprisingly has a little bit of an edge. Here we have a rope cutter. So you get the hatchet, you get the rope cutter, and over here you have a hammer. And it's about like maybe like an inch, maybe like an inch, maybe a little bit more than an inch. So, all right, so you got that. All right, and then we have over here. Get this out. We have this, which is like one like what we got. You've got a knife, which actually has a little bit of a blade. And here you have another bottle opener. Hopefully they're not counting that as two individual ones, but we'll see. And then over here you have a small saw. So your large saw is on your shovel. Your small saw is on the back of that little knife there. So, and I'm sure that this screws into one of these somehow. Well, we'll look into that. We'll look into that because we're gonna try all this stuff out anyway. So, all right. So there you got a little knife. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're gonna skip that. Okay, here we have a glass breaker on the end of your handle. And there we go. Well, that's definitely not going to be very comfortable, but alright, so we have a glass breaker. Lanyard. They actually have lanyard highlighted. Hopefully they're not counting that as one of the tools, but none of these companies, they will. Alright, so we got a glass breaker with a lanyard. And all this is you know, because if you have to like, you know, pack this out with you, this is good because there's no sheaths in here. It's just in the box, which is something that could be a downside. All right. Then we have a 10-piece 10-in-1 bit set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so the one is this here, which is your adapter. So you've got 3 screwdrivers, you got 3 flathead, 4 Phillips, and then 2 stars. No, actually no, that's the tin one right there. So it's not really 10-in-1, it's just 10. Well, 10-in-1, okay, so there's 10. Next up, we do have here, we have ferro rod, small ferro rod. Here we have a whistle. And then here we have our adapter for our hex bits. So as I'm quite sure you can guess, and it does appear to have a magnet in there. It's not a strong magnet, but it is a magnet, and so it will will hold in place. And I'm not sure if you saw, but right there, that'll go down in there. So, and I wonder if this will. If this screws out. If it does, it's very, very, very tight. Okay, there's that. Okay, so, and then of course you have. All right, so basically here you've got your operating instructions. So we'll go through all this. So there's the tools. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, so yeah, they're pretty much they're counting the lanyard as a tool, which is a pretty devious thing. And it says lanyard on here. Shovel, hatchet, hammer, rope cutter, chopper, 4-in-1 hex wrench, tree saw, which I guess that's the one on the side of the saw. Bottle opener, nail puller, digger blade, bone saw. I guess the small one's the bone saw. 10-in-1 bit set, bit driver, fire starter, whistle, lanyard, and a glass breaker. Okay. And then pretty much it tells you. Yeah, so in here, not quite sure how to do it, but this part here screws out, and you can screw the knife in there. And then this screws on like this. Alright, so you got that. And then of course you can screw this on. So you can get a little bit more of a length out of that, so you get a little bit more cutting power. Okay. All right, so this is a lot like the one that we got. This comes loose too, so you can even shorten it up. And I wonder if. All right, there we go. So there you are. Now, and if this is compatible with my other one, like if the sizes are the same, or maybe if you had two of these, I can see where if you had like additional sections, how this could definitely be useful in newer situations. This of course is very long, but if you needed like extra length for protection, you know, to keep nasties away from you. Doesn't have the pointiest tip, but still, it's pretty useful. Okay, so so there we go. All right, so that's functional. That's clearly functional. And of course, now it would be nice if I had at least one sheath, either for the hatchet or the shovel, but that's okay. That's all right. We can definitely. So So the short version is this is the shovel. So the short version is the shovel and one piece. That's your short version. However, of course, you can okay, so this one is set. So this right here, this is the shortest. This piece here, that's the one that's on it, just like the shovel. However, you do have this additional piece, so you can actually make either the axe or the shovel this much longer. And so you can definitely get some good digging in with that. Well, hello, baby. So if you need to carry this, you could get all the components together. Get them locked in there. This is a lot like the one that we got from Trailblazer, but we didn't have an axe in that one. Okay, so then there you go. All right, so of course we do have that cutting edge. Yeah, I can see where all of this is extremely useful stuff. So, alright. And that's pretty much it. Those are your configurations. You've got your short version, your long version of both. And so, of course, that's the long version of the shovel. Of course, the long version of the axe. All right. Yeah, I can imagine that if you were to, and we may see if those other tubes I have are interchangeable, but I think that as it sits right now, I like it, but we'll definitely put it to the test. So we're gonna see a video with. We're gonna use these components in a video. So we're gonna try. Well, the only one we're probably not gonna try, of course, is the glass breaker because I'm not breaking a window out. So that's this. But I like the modular aspect of it, and I think that if we were to be in a situation where we needed to hike out, I think this would be, has a lot of tools in it. Could definitely be useful in a truck and a car. As I said, it comes in a nice case like this. Not too keen on the plexiglass there, but this will fit behind the seat of a car, in a truck. And you've got pretty much like an emergency toolkit in your hands. You got your shovel, your axe. You've got screwdrivers. You've got hex nuts. You've got a fire starter, whistle, glass breaker. So pretty much anything you need. You have that knife. You got bottle openers because we all know that whenever you're in a survival situation, you always have Coke bottles to open. But everything has a bottle opener, right? They're like obligatory. If there's a survival tool, you got to have a bottle opener. So, but anyway, yeah. So, and if this is your first time on the channel, please consider subscribing. If you're already here, go ahead and do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, leave me a comment, share this video out, and until next time, keep prepping.